and today we are going to learn how to open our trombone case and the different parts of your trombone. We will not be assembling our trombone in this video. Please do not take your trombone out of its case. Please wait for video number 2 about how to assemble your trombone. For now, we're just gonna talk about the different parts of the instrument and how to open the case, okay? So, all of you guys have some type of labeling on the top part of your case. So on the back side, you're not gonna have a name brand, okay? And also you don't wanna open your trombone upside down because then it could fall out of your case and something could break and that would be bad. We also don't wanna open our trombone on a chair or on a table, okay? Because if you open it wrong, then that's even further and your trombone can't fall off the ground, okay? So we wanna open it on the ground and you want your label to be facing up. The second thing I want you to notice here is that the top side of your trombone case, whatever kind of trombone you have, is generally smaller than the bottom side of your trombone case. And so that's how you know you're not opening it upside down. Another way is the latch is gonna come up instead of going down. So 3 different ways that you know that your trombone is facing the right way. Look for a label, okay? Make sure the small side is up, and then make sure that your latch can open up. All right, so as we're about to open our trombone case for the very first time, I know you guys are excited. We've worked really hard to get to this point. We've talked about our rhythm tree, we've talked about our musical alphabet, we've started learning how to read bass clef, like all of these things that are so exciting, but now we get to open our instruments for the first time. So when we open our instruments, I want us to sing like angels. So I'll count to 3, and then we're all gonna go, because it's going to be amazing. So, ready? Go ahead and unlatch, but wait for me. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that's your trombone. I'm so excited. Okay, so we are going to talk about the different parts of your trombone. Do not take it out of the case yet. Okay? So, for the different parts of your trombone, what we have here is we've got the bell. The bell is where the sound comes out of your instrument, okay? Now I will be taking things out. You do not take anything out yet, okay? So the bell of our instrument is where the sound comes out, okay? This is gonna be your connector for where we're actually gonna put your slide. So to review, we've got bell, main tuning slide, okay? And then we've got the connector down here. So I'm gonna put this back into the case. Okay, make sure it's there. The next thing that we're gonna talk about is your slide. So we're gonna unlock that there. Some of you guys might have turns there, okay? Just look, no touch. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about your slide. Now there's kind of like 3 parts to your slide. You've got your brace here, which is where you're gonna put your hand. You've got your mouthpiece receiver, okay? And so that's where you're gonna put your mouthpiece eventually. Then you've got this thing right here called a slide lock, and you'll notice that it toggles back and forth. Basically, what this slide lock does is it prevents you from losing your slide, because that would be bad. So you want to keep that on at all times that you're not actively like playing your trombone, okay? Or else you'll lose your slide, you'll dent it, and you gotta send it to the shop and get repaired, and it's this whole hullabaloo. So slide lock on unless you're playing. Got it? Cool. So I'm actually gonna take the slide lock off so I can show you the different parts of your slide, okay? So you've got the inner slide, which we never ever want to like be exposed other than you're playing. You don't want dirt to get on it. You don't want to dent it. This part of your instrument is super duper fragile, okay? Every single year I have to send off multiple instruments to go to the shop to get repaired because there's dings in them. So remember how fragile this part of your instrument is. So you've got the inside of your slide, the inner slide, and then you've got the outer slide. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it back with my slide lock. And then I'm gonna turn it over and show you guys one more thing. So this last part down here, it's called your water key, okay? You're like, water key? What do I need a water key for, okay? No, it's not a super soaker, okay? It's not what it's about. So basically, what happens is as a brass player, whenever we play, we create condensation inside of our instruments, okay? So if that word condensation is ringing a bell, you probably learned about it in like 5th grade science. And think about it this way. When you've got like a cold drink in a cup, whether it's water, tea, whatever, the water comes in around the outside of your cup, right? That's because the air that's around the outside is warmer than the coldness on your cup, and it creates that condensation. Same thing if you ever put a plate in the microwave, okay? And so you've got something cold and you put like a lid on top of it and you take it out, there's water on the lid, right? That's because something cold happened and something warm interacted with it and it created condensation between the air. So if you feel your instrument right now, it's probably pretty cold to the touch, okay? And so what's gonna happen is as you play, your body temperature is around 98 degrees, then your warm air is gonna interact with your cold instrument and it's going to create condensation inside your instrument. And so what this does is this water key releases the water in your instrument. So when you're playing, it's now going whoa, 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 like that, okay? And so that's what your water key is for, is it just releases the condensation that's created inside your instrument. So we're gonna review the parts of your instruments one more time. We've got bell, main tuning slide, okay, brace and the connector. You got the connector on the other end, mouthpiece receiver, slide lock, which is always on, unless you're playing, inner slide, outer slide, brace for your hand, and then your water key. So then I'm going to put the trombone back the way I found it. I'm going to make sure every time that I lock this in place, so that way your slide isn't moving around in there and can dent your bell. I'm gonna close it, and that is the different parts of your trombone.